Welcome to the So Happy Success series. I'm your coach and host, Rebecca. What is up? And today we're talking a little bit about how I had a failed business and then scaled to 10K months. And this is also for you if you're setting goals and aren't sticking to them. You keep trying and failing, like you've been trying to be a part of the 5 a.m. club for 2 years and it's not happened. Then this is for you. I hope it gives you some serious motivation and some things to think about. Before we jump in, please like and subscribe. It helps so much, you would not believe. So grateful if you've hit those buttons. And let's dive into how this whole situation came about. So I was on Facebook, and you know how Facebook gives you reminders of on this day 3 years ago, then this person posted this on your Facebook. So I got one of those from 3 years ago, and it was one of my old business partners saying, congratulations, you've hit your first $10,000. Now, I want to preface this saying I did not receive $10,000. I was also in the UK, so I was working in pounds, so different, and the exchange rate was far superior at that time. But this money had rolled through my network marketing business. So it wasn't just my business, I was part of a bigger business. So to be promoted, I had to do the same thing for the next 2 months. Now it got to the month after, and it was, November of 3 years ago, and I generated precisely zero pounds and or dollars, zilch, nada, nothing. I don't know how much more obvious I can make. Zero money. Okay. So I made zero in a business that had just done $10,000. So I was really upset. I was upset. I felt like I'd failed. I felt really broken. They make a really big show, and this is not to their discredit, this is a beautiful thing. Make a really big show of someone who's qualified for a level, but I wasn't taking the next step. So I just thought, oh my gosh, like everyone knows I have failed. Everyone knows that I suck at business. Everyone knows I suck, right? That's how I felt. And I left my business shortly after. I could not handle the pressure that I was putting on myself. This was absolutely self-done. There is absolutely no shade in my past. I know I made choices to make those things happen. So ain't nobody shamed, like so much love for where it came from. But I needed to do something else. I had to leave. I went on to travel, do yoga teacher training, to coach. In a way, I wanted to find myself, and I'm really fortunate that I did that along the way. But something that I continued to fixate on was this idea of a 10K month. It felt so aspirational to me, whether rightly or wrongly. Some people would think more money, some people would think less money. Rightly or wrongly, here we are, right? And it took until March of this year, which is 2 years and 5 months later, for it to happen again. And it happened in my coaching business. I'm so grateful. It happened again in June this year, and I'm really proud of that. Now, I imagine that you have clicked on this because it looks like somehow like rags to riches, and you want to know like how. So I want to keep this really simple. Whatever you're doing right now, keep going. Keep trying new things, keep failing hard, keep getting back up and go again. It's not just about consistency. So many people are like, I lack consistency. All I need to do is take consistent action. No, you have to like fail and fuck up along the way and get it wrong so that you can learn, so that you can do better. But also, it's consistency in the long term. There are hundreds of challenges that you can go on, hundreds. And they will be, post for 30 days live and you'll get your first coaching client, which is absolutely possible. Like, I'm not saying don't do those things. What I am saying is that, can you do that again and again and again from the first point that I made 10K till the next point was 2 years and 5 months, which is what, 29 months. So can you do that again and 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 again? You see where I'm going with this? You have to do it so many times. So it's not just consistency, it's consistency in the long term. So if something you've integrated is consuming your life and it's too much, you're not going to do it consistently for 29 months, say as a ballpark figure. It will take you shorter than that. You clearly have access to wonderful coaching. So the thing is that we all want instant gratification. It's what we know. If I order something from Amazon, it will be at my doorstep in the middle of nowhere in Texas tomorrow morning, right? Or if I want to know any piece of information, I'm just going to Google it on my phone, and Google is going to tell me the right answer. Or if I need some love, like I'm just going to scroll some self-love posts on Instagram and feel better about myself, right? And now when it comes to business, there are companies that will give you an already established business for no money down, like network marketing. Or there's, this 6-week course that you can go on, sometimes shorter, sometimes it's like 60 minutes to your business. And that will give you all the things that you need to know to start out on your own, or so it says. But what I know to be true as a fully self-employed coach, and why my programs are so much longer than I think anyone else's, is no matter what you do, you need to learn to keep going. Because the amount of information that's out there is insane. There is a plethora, or a plethora, one of my friends says plethora, of information out there on building your business, and you can do those things for free. The thing is that the higher up people scale, the more of their content becomes free, and you can literally go on to like this is not an ad. You can literally go on to, I believe it's like Hormozi.com. If you Google Alex Hormozi, he has a whole class online, totally free, that is called $100 million offers. And it teaches you exactly how to grow an offer and start your business. He's coming out with more on lead generation, and there's more to come, I believe, or so it says on his website. But he's giving that all the way for free because he's done it. So you can go and do those things. But the difference between that and someone that's there to hold your hand along the way is that there's someone there to hold your hand along the way that's willing to tell you this, that is, it's not just doing the work when you feel like it, it's doing the work for a long period of time and often. That's it. So I wanted to give you some of the things that worked for me in order to keep going, because motivation is great. It's so good when you feel motivated to do something. Like I'm like super hyped for this video. I'm in like, this is my sweat like shirt. Like it says anything is possible, the dollar and a dream. Like I think that's really sweet. But this was not what I was planning to do today. And I just feel so fired up about this because I saw that on Facebook that I was like, I must record this now. Like motivation's beautiful when you have it. It's the most incredible feeling, but you don't always. It's like life, it peaks and troughs, it's up and down. So what are the things that you can do that will help you? Now, I can just give you what helped me. So here's some of the things. So taking a non-negotiable day off every single week was so important to me, not just for my mental state. I felt like I was working all the time and it was awful. And I've done that when I've worked a 9 to 5 and when I've been fully self-employed, working every single day just to get ahead, just because someone said you have to show up every day, just because I could take one more client and their only day that was available was Saturday. It was not helping me, and it was not serving my relationship. So my relationship with my husband has drastically improved since we both decided to take a non-negotiable day off work. And we had a freaking great relationship before, so it's like phenomenal now. But that day off means the world, because you're not on all the time. You actually have to learn to turn yourself off and take a break, right? And then when you are sitting there and you do want to work and you're not feeling motivated to do it, something that I do is I have my own hype playlist of songs, podcasts, and inspirational movies that I will turn to. So I want people to tell me good shit. Like I want people to tell me a great story that is inspirational and motivational, or I want someone to, kick me in the pants if I'm not doing as much as I know I could be doing. So I'll use these things for different reasons. Music, I always use to just like hype me up, like Lizzo, not an ad. I love her. And all of her music just makes me like want to walk that a little bit faster on the treadmill, stand up that little bit taller, and do a little bit more. And then I'll have podcasts. I'm a big fan of Rachel Hollis. I'm just giving you all of the things. I'm a big fan of Rachel Hollis. I will watch or listen to her all the time. She is super motivational to me, very inspirational, and I'm very grateful to have seen her live twice. And yeah, I'm just so grateful for her podcast. So that's something that I use. And also inspirational movies. look no further than Legally Blonde if you just want one, but there are so many out there. Whatever works for you, whatever works for you, right? The other thing that I will do is I remind myself of my potential every day and remind myself that I'm a woman that does hard things. And all I do to do that is at the end of my shower, every single morning, I will turn it to cold. I will breathe 10 times and I will turn it off. It seems very simple, but it is just purely the mental game. I don't want to ever do it. The thing I hate most in this world is the cold. Interestingly, I grew up on an island in the North Sea, but I now live in Texas and I get upset when it's under, 85 degrees here. So I don't know what that is in the UK. It will be something like 30 or something, because 103 is 40. So it's 25, 30, I don't know. But I have like real first world problems. Like that is a real first world problem. But I hate the cold beyond hate. So every time I have to go in that shower, I hate it. And I don't do it because I'm sadistic. Like if I wanted to hurt myself, like I wouldn't take a cold shower. Like there are other things you would do, right? So it's a place of self-love, even though it's hard. So it's not something that I force myself to do against my will and totally hate it. It's something that I hate doing, but I know that there's benefits. Like it's actually proven to be really good for you, I believe, if you listen to Wim Hof. So here we go. And the other thing, and this is something that really keeps me going, is I remind myself of my two most powerful goals. So my two most powerful goals, one is to directly coach 100 women, and the second is to donate and support 1,000 loans on Kiva. So it's a loan scheme that I work with through my business, and I'm really grateful to do that. So those are my two most powerful goals. It's almost a reason of remember your why. That's kind of where it comes from. It's kind of like remember your why, but your two most powerful goals will be different. Your most powerful goal might be time freedom for your family, or it might be financial freedom so that you can travel the world. Whatever it is for you, that's the most powerful goal. Whether it's selfish or not is not up for debate. Mine were selfish in the beginning, so I'm going to hold my hand up and say my goals were selfish in the beginning too. I have just found this new level and I'm very grateful, but it takes time. So I hope that you integrate just one of these and that they help you in your journey, because I know that it's hard, but what I also know is that you're stronger and that you can do this, or you wouldn't have stayed in this video for as long as you have. So until next week or the next video, depending on what you're doing today, you might just be binging Soul Happy Success. And if so, I love you. Congratulations for being here. I'm proud of you for showing up. But I will be over here believing in you and willing you from afar to keep going.